Hey everybody, my name is BlakJak. Welcome back to Assassin's Creed 2. Last time we did some missions for La Familia Auditori, and today we're going to be collecting all the viewpoints, all the feathers as our priorities. I don't think there are any glyphs yet. And along the way we're going to be picking up any treasure that I may stumble upon. I want to say that I don't do any of the side missions here, but I could be wrong on that. Now, there definitely is a better time to collect all these. Oh, is that a broom, sir? There is a better time to collect all these, but, you know, I'd rather just, while the map is small, you know what I mean? Like, while like, I don't have to jump in between 2 or 3 different sections of Florence. I'd rather just walk in this one area. It was a San Marco, I think. I forget. You see, the one problem about accidentally deleting all the footage is that when I recovered it all, it brought it back to its basic file name, like all the numbers, like the date that I recorded it. So I literally lost everything, like including like the titles. I had to fucking like find all the titles, and then or rather it wasn't just like the date of the recording. Actually, it was Assassin's Creed, now that I think about it, but it was like just part 1, part 2, part 3. Like it wasn't all the parts, like it wasn't the full title, because normally what happens is I write part 1 when I first start a video, and then like after editing it, I then type in the name, or like after recording it, then I type in the name of the video. So it's so like when you start recording it, it'll be like Assassin's Creed Part 1, then you click record, and then you finish recording, and then I go back and retroactively change the title to like give it a video title, because I don't know like where the video is gonna go until it's done. It's not like I plan these out. I have like a basic idea of what I want each video to do, but like I don't like fully sit down and like thumbnail bit by bit how I want to do this. That being said, I played through Assassin's Creed 2 so many times for this playthrough that I somewhat routed how I like gathering the feathers for like the first 2 or 3 areas of the game. Like once we get out of Florence and we're into like Forli, that's kind of where I'm like, not routing it anymore. But like all of Florence, all of Tuscany, all of Montergione, like I had all that shit routed at some point. I was like, yeah, before we can grab all the treasure chests, we've got to buy everything, so we probably don't want to grab Montergione immediately until we have enough money. Like Tuscany, like we probably should get all the viewpoints in the city first, do all the city stuff first, and then do all the countryside stuff. Or I guess Tuscany is the country, and then the city is Janino, I think, something like that. But it was just like, how many fucking times am I gonna play this game? I was using an online map. I'm gonna leave it in the description for the feathers and the glyphs, because they don't pop up on your minimap in this game. Well, that's not true. If you use your eagle vision, and I didn't know this at the time of recording, I think I may have shown it off by accident in the playthrough at some point by mistake. If you have your eagle vision, I want to say you hold the eagle vision, but I could be wrong. But if you have your eagle vision on, the maps get marked onto your map, which is kind of fucking, the maps get marked on your map. Oh, look, so that feather right down there in this little circle window right here, if I were to have used my eagle vision, it would have popped up on my map as like a little feather icon, which is kind of pointless because you would just pick up the feather. So like, why not just have the feather pop up on the map when your camera lays on it? So that like, not even necessarily like if you happen to spot it, but like if your camera is in the vicinity, like it like sees the feather, it pops up. Like that would be really cool, because that way, like even if I'm not fully paying attention, but my camera's happens to catch a glimpse of a feather, it'll pop up my minimap, and I'll be like, oh hey, a feather. Like I'll notice that way more than I would have a regular thing. If that makes sense to you guys. I don't know if sometimes I like feel like I explain things and they make sense, but like I don't know, maybe it gets like lost in translation or something. I didn't mean to fall down there, but I'm so glad I did. Because then I get to the viewpoint faster. You see what happens? Sometimes what I do is I'll grab a treasure the second like I'm next to it, or like if I happen to be next to a treasure chest, I'll just pick it up. So the treasures I'm not really worried about showing off all in one video because, like, if you're gonna play along, you can just buy the treasure maps, and like the treasure maps will show you everything. Whereas like the feathers, the glyphs, the Roman gods, they don't appear on your map. You have to like kind of look for them, or like at least see them with your eagle vision, I guess. But like the treasures, they appear, so it's not like you have to really worry about it. You know what I mean? Like, so my first playthrough of Assassin's Creed 2 for the channel that I was going to do for it, I did where like I went out and I like methodically got all the treasures, and then I methodically got all the feathers, and then I was like, this recording session's like an hour long. And then like my first time doing Assassin's Creed 2, I was so fucking pissed because I played through the entire game, and then the Elgato software corrupted half the playthrough without me noticing it, because like the software will like record just fine, but then like when it on watching the video back, the footage will like just freeze, or like there's massive audio issues going on where like the audio, like remember in Jak and Daxter, if any of you guys have seen my Jak and Daxter playthrough, there are like just moments where like that loud audio thing goes off in some parts and I had to like cut it out a little bit. Yeah, that's like a corruption of the file that Elgato does for some reason. Like the Elgato software, not the capture card, but the software like will just ruin the video for some reason. And that's what happened in Assassin's Creed 2. My first playthrough is not only did my files freeze, like my footage would freeze randomly, but I would get audio corruption. So like even if a video, like let's say like a 50-minute video, even if a 50-minute video managed to make it all 50 minutes without being frozen, there was some audio glitch that would like corrupt the whole thing, or like some corruption that would cause an audio glitch. So I had to scrap that entire playthrough. I had to redo the entire game, and then eventually I realized that these freezings, these corruptions, they were occurring after 30 minutes of recording. So I had to split every recording session in 30 minutes or less. Some of them went over like a minute or two, but like that was really, like I remember I cut one off at like 32 minutes, and then and like right as I cut it off, the game started to freeze. So I was like, I didn't lose anything important. All I lost was buying a painting, and all I could do was just say, hey, I bought a painting. And that's it. That's like the only thing I lost. So the codex pages, those black squares with the little parchment looking thing, they appear when your viewpoint, when you take up a viewpoint. So the viewpoint shows off a bunch of stuff. So like if you unlock races, you won't know like where they are. The game will tell you that you've unlocked new races or like new Assassin's contracts or whatever, but the viewpoint, I mean the little icon won't appear on your minimap unless you've done a viewpoint. And the viewpoint also shows off your codex pages. Now you have to collect 20 codex pages. You don't necessarily have to collect the viewpoints to show off the codex pages, but you need to collect all 20 codex pages. So for this viewpoint, what I'm actually going to do here is we're going to climb up the Santa Maria del Fiore first, and not the viewpoint, because the viewpoint has 2 treasure chests within it, and Santa Maria has the 2 treasure chests on it, but there's no viewpoint on top of Santa Maria, so there's no point in climbing up Santa Maria with, you know what I mean? Like there's only 2 treasure chests and I think a feather all the way on top. So we're just going to climb up the whole thing, climb up this dome. Sometimes Ezio just kind of stops climbing for some reason. Finding footage while skimming through 26 hours worth of footage, or however long this playthrough ended up becoming footage-wise, very difficult to find. Like the multiple handfuls of times where Ezio just decides not to listen to me. Especially like when climbing, because everything kind of looks the same, especially in like slightly fast forward. And with the game, and with the footage like kind of skipping through a little bit. Well, anyway, so we're gonna grab these 2 treasure chests, but on top of the Santa Maria, right where we fought Claudia's ex, right on top of the cross, there should be a feather, and that's gonna be our first feather of 100. Now we're gonna be collecting 100 feathers all throughout the entire game. It's really not as bad as the flags in Assassin's Creed 1. In Assassin's Creed 1, there was 420 flags. There was 100 flags per area, per city, and then 20 in, I think, Masyaf. So it was like, what the fuck? Why is there so many? And you don't get anything outside of an achievement, and you only get the achievement for collecting 420 fucking flags. Do you know how? And they don't appear on your map. Do you know how fucking obnoxious it was to collect the flags? The feathers, by comparison, a breeze. I enjoyed the feathers. It was annoying having to do it 6 fucking times for this playthrough. I'll tell you that much. It was fucking annoying. I have collected 600 fucking feathers for YouTube. I couldn't show any of them. But yeah, so that was my first playthrough where I was... Oh yeah, so the tower, before I continue the story, you have to climb Santa Maria del Fiore first and then jump off it to grab the tower. You can't climb the tower any other way. So then once you climb up the tower, there should be an opening somewhere. I want to say it's like on the left-hand side of the face or something. There's an opening. Eventually you can climb up. There should be like a way to climb up, just rounding around the tower a little bit. Imagine free climbing fucking buildings like this. I'd lose my shit. This guy has crazy grip. Imagine doing this with no chalk. Wild, man. I just been throwing a rock at you. Here, this little thing right here we can climb up. Eventually, there's going to be a window, and then we can walk right in, and there's going to be a treasure chest right here, but then we're going to have to climb back up. So honestly, we could probably just avoid this one for like 2 seconds, because we're going to have to fall down to collect the... okay. We're going to fall down. There we go. And we're going to collect the second treasure chest. And this one is the viewpoint, essentially. Is this the last viewpoint? I wasn't paying attention. I was so like into my story of my failures of being a Let's Player and a reviewer. So I was thinking about getting back into live commentary. I think breaking up the playthrough and the review into 2 segments where I'm like sitting down and like talking about stuff is like, although really enjoyable in terms of like the ease of doing it. Not that live commentary is hard, but like having to come up with things to talk about while doing live commentary is the tricky bit. Because sometimes like when I do these like recordings where like I'm just watching the footage back and I'm talking about whatever, the thing that bugs me is more so like having to keep finding things to talk about. And I usually just kind of get through that by splitting up my recordings through days. But like if I could just have the playthrough already done, and then all I have to do is just kind of sift through the footage and edit out whatever I need to edit out, like that'd be fine. But like the other thing too is like I get really pissed off when playing video games sometimes, so I don't really know if I want to be like screaming fuck yeah fuck this shit. Like the Yakuza playthrough when we were doing collecting the toys in the UFO minigame, I was so fucking pissed. I was so angry. Fuck this shit. You know. Hey, a high dive. And you get that one for falling off a really tall building. It's like a specific amount of feet you fall, but you could do it really early. I actually do platinum this game. And I did it by accident too. I wouldn't plan on platinuming this game. I just kind of happened to do it. And then like right as I beat the game, I was checking my achievements just out of curiosity to see like if I had missed anything. And I did. I missed like 2 or 3, but they were like achievements that I didn't even know I could do. You know? Like one was like trip, I think it was 5 guards at a time using a spear or a polearm. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't know I could do that many guards. And then there was one where it was like hit like 3 or 4 people with dust. If Ezio has his punching, if you hold the X button, he picks up dust and he can throw it at people. I thought that was a Brotherhood thing. I didn't know that was Assassin's Creed 2 thing. That's one of those like aspects of Brotherhood and Assassin's Creed 2 where it's like, oh yeah, they added heavy attacks in Brotherhood to diversify the combat a little bit. Sure, that was added in Assassin's Creed 2 for the polearm and the axes and the broadswords, but you don't actually use them in regular combat, like your regular swords or hammers. That was implemented in Brotherhood. So I thought, oh yeah, you can throw dust in Brotherhood, but that didn't happen in 2. I was wrong. Like 2 had the dust also. It's just the game doesn't tell you because it's not something that you would need to necessarily do. And because like your swords don't have a heavy attack in this game, to my knowledge, I'm gonna rephrase this. I didn't test it out because I just assume it's not in this game. Because I remember it being in Brotherhood. I didn't test that out. In this game, but I just assumed it wasn't because I knew Brotherhood had it, and I thought that Assassin's Creed 2 just didn't have that aspect of it. So I could be wrong. This game could also have heavy attacks. I just never tested it out with like the swords or anything. The big thing about Brotherhood's combat that I really like is the critical kill. So if you played like Batman Arkham, which I think had come out by the time that this game had come out. Actually, I think Arkham City came out by the time this game came out. Or, I think Arkham City came out after this game came out, I think. Something like that. So when Assassin's Creed Brotherhood had come out, Arkham City had come out. In Arkham City, you have critical hits, where if you push the button at the right time, you do double damage, you get more multiplier. You get like double multiplier. In Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, if you push the button correctly, which I know we're not playing Brotherhood, but I just wanted to say like one of the things that I really love about Brotherhood versus this game, where is like the combat was just so streamlined, it was so fast and it was so enjoyable because you could instantly kill like 2 or 3 guards by just getting critical kills. And it made like you'd fight like a group of 6 dudes, and then you would start off, you'd use a blade, you'd kill the first like maybe 1 or 2 guys. Hit a guy twice, get a critical kill, and then if you time it perfectly, get another critical kill, and then you kill 4 dudes out of 6 super quickly, and then maybe someone will attack you, get a counter, and then you can use that counter into another critical kill, and you could just streamline dudes. It was so much fun playing Brotherhood, and I thought that was in this game. And I was like, I fucking love the critical kill. I can't wait to play Assassin's Creed 2 and its combat. And then I played this game and I was like, this one's not as fun as the first game. like the combat in this game isn't as fun as the first game, which is crazy because the first game is really like, it's like kind of overtly complex. Like it's simple in terms of like how you fight, but it's really technical. Like there's so many actions you can do to diversify your attacks, but what makes Assassin's Creed 1's combat really fun is that every enemy has the same skills as you do. So like if you can kick, they can kick, or like they can counter your counters, and it's like a little mind game every time you fight a group of guys, and that was really fun. My issue with Assassin's Creed 1's combat though was that you get swarmed. You'll kill like a group of 10 dudes literally, and then another guy will show up, and then another 10 dudes will pull up. It's so, and then like you're just stuck fighting. Sure, you can run away and hide, but like sometimes that's not the best option. You're right next to the thing, and like the hiding spot is across the map. You know what I mean? Like it's like, and then at the retrack, I could rather spend 5 minutes fighting. And the combat in that game was kind of long too, so it was like obnoxious. So on top of this viewpoint of the bell, we're going to find another feather. Or not on top of the viewpoint. This is actually the cells, right? there should be... Oh, yeah, I remember this one. This one's on the wooden lattice. Not on top of where the viewpoint is. Actually, we have to climb back down. I climbed up here thinking this was a different spot when I played the game. But yeah, we can just drop down. Good. Come on. Thank you, Ezio. That's what I'm talking about. Like, sometimes Ezio just doesn't climb. You could step down. You can do it. It's actually before you even come up this high. You don't even have to come up this high. It's down below. When you're climbing up, actually, I think I just saw it. It's right there on top of that like wooden little structure. So yeah, I'm using a map, and I forgot the name of it off the top of my head, but I do have it bookmarked, and I'll leave it in the description of the video. But it's really cool because it's like interactive. So like not only is it a map where it shows everything, but you can change what appears on the map itself for like what you want to collect, and then you can click on the item that you're collecting to tell you that like you've already gotten this one, and it's super duper useful. And I really enjoyed it. I did have to pay $5 for it just so that I can have it as like a saved thing, but you don't have to pay. The only thing that paying does is like it just saves your metadata. So like if you close out the window and then come back, it'll still be like how you left it. Also, there's another feather on this little branch right here. Click. So there's 2 for the price of 1. Grandma. Another playthrough of Assassin's Creed 2 I did, kind of just fell to the wayside. So after I replayed Assassin's Creed 1, I did it again. I did Batman. So I did Assassin's Creed 2. It failed miserably, and then I did Batman Arkham Asylum. And then as I was like finished the review, recording wise, I started editing, and then I came across another Arkham Asylum like video essay. Around the time that Gotham Knights had come out, because that was my plan. I wanted to get it before Gotham Knights came out. But like our videos were just so similar in terms of like how we wrote them and like what we were talking about, that I was like, shit, if I upload this now, like, because it takes me so long to make reviews like this, that if I have upload it now, like people are gonna think I plagiarized. So I scrapped that video, and I'm gonna have to come back and rework it later. Stronzo. I'll have to rework it later on down the line. But yeah, and I was like, all right, well, that was fun excursion. Let's get back to Assassin's Creed 2. So I was doing Assassin's Creed 2 again, and this is like during that 2-year gap where like I just wasn't uploading. This is what was going on in the background. I did Assassin's Creed 2, failed miserably because my Elgato software was fucking up. Did Batman, undid it because someone else had uploaded a video that was eerily similar. Went back to Assassin's Creed 2. Now, the issue with Assassin's Creed 2 was, the second time around, was that I had lost interest in it because I was going kind of through like a mental spiral thing. And so, like, after a little while, I scrapped it. I went to Streets of LA, played through that game, and then same thing happened. Like, I was gonna write the review. My review was actually like, I think double the length of the one that I actually did upload. And then I was like, I don't like how this came out. This isn't like good, whatever. And I was having like all this left-out stuff, so I scrapped it. Replayed Assassin's Creed 2. I was like fixated. I needed to get this shit done. All right, this became like a personal like vendetta against me. Like Assassin's Creed 2 was pissing me off. I was still using the Elgato as my software capture footage, like software for capturing footage. And then again, I was still using the 30-minute method so that I wouldn't get my files corrupted. And then the game the software lost half of my footage. Like it didn't record any of it. Like, I had painstakingly did 30-minute videos so that I wouldn't corrupt any of the footages or whatever. I saved everything, had them all in a file. They're gone. They don't exist. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I wanted to show off the gondolas because there was, like, no other... Oh, actually, you know, we're going to grab this feather first. There's actually two feathers here. There's this feather right here next to those two treasure chests. But if you, like this one, the fifth one is going to be down that way. You can actually see it from here. If we just kind of follow this little trail of like little plants and garden railings or whatever the fuck we're looking at. We're just gonna hop along, and then we're gonna drop down right on top of this feather, just like that. That's the fifth feather. And then we're gonna hop into the water. And this is the part where I was like, oh yeah, I didn't show off any of the gondolas. So you can pick up money by stealing from people by holding the fast walk button. You can just kind of rob people. They streamlined that from Assassin's Creed 1. I really do appreciate that. Also, you get money now instead of just knives, so that's pretty cool. You can pickpocket that way. You can steal from dead bodies or knocked out bodies, or you can find a gondola and you can take money like this. And these will replenish every time you restart the game, or if you wait like a certain amount of time, it'll replenish. So you can do that. Super duper useful. But yeah, I was at a point where it's like, I don't want to play Assassin's Creed 2 anymore because this game is very unlucky for me. I don't know what's going on, but whatever the fuck. This shit lost half my fucking foot. I was so angry. I was so angry. And then the fourth time I played it, which just so happened to be right after the footage was corrupted, I lost my save files. I had rewritten my save file by accident. I was at Venice. I think I had just gotten to Venice, and then I saved over the wrong file, like off the wrong profile, and I had undone everything that I had done because of my previous profile. I had like two saves, so I had saved over the wrong save file, and I lost my footage because I was gonna redo it. So that's the sixth one. Like I had like a practice file where I was like kind of going around getting all the feathers, and then I just lost everything. I saved over the wrong file. I was so fucking like I think I saved over my recording with a practice file, so like I couldn't just get back to where I was in the recording because the game auto saves. I was so fucking upset. I was just done. I was just done. And then the fifth one is actually the footage you're watching right now. After I had just taken a break for a little while, and then I went back and did Streets of LA. I did Sly Cooper, or Sly Cooper first, and then Streets of LA. And then I was like, well, fuck it. If we did Streets of LA, which is like my first Black Cloud playthrough after Assassin's Creed 2, fuck it, let's do Assassin's Creed 2. Because I wanted to do Streets of LA first, but like I decided that. Oh no, you know what? I think I did do Streets of LA first. Because that was the first time where it was like I just didn't like it, and I did Assassin's Creed 2. I think. Maybe I think I did Assassin's Creed 2 first. Which I think I remember going back to Streets of LA. Oh shit. I can't remember which one I did first. Oh well, whatever. That's essentially what happened. So maybe it's not. Maybe it wasn't 6 playthrough. Maybe it was 5, and I'm misremembering. But whatever number I'm on. This is the footage that you're on. 5, 4, whichever. This is the footage you're watching. And then I accidentally deleted all my footage. Don't ask me how I did that. I for some reason thought I didn't make a folder on my computer for like the audio files, so I couldn't find the right folder, and I ended up deleting the wrong file folder, and I lost all my footage. I was fucking upset, and I was going to quit this playthrough again. I was like, I can't fucking do Assassin's Creed 2. This shit's fucking obnoxious. But then I remembered that I could. It's not too late. I could still recover most of it, so I did recover all of it except for literally the last part of the playthrough. And then, you know, I spent 2 full days recovering all the data and whatever, and then I was like, fuck it. Like, I went this far, like, looking for this last part. Like, I'm just gonna play through the game again, and I booted up a save file that I had on my Xbox, because what I do, because this game auto saves, what I do is after every recording session, I made a save on a USB that's connected to my Xbox, so that I have an extra footage just in case something goes wrong. I stopped doing that right around Forley, like right around the end of, like after I collect all the feathers in Forley, I just did the mission, then we go into Venice. That's where I left off. I just essentially redid Venice until the end of the game in one day, and I was like, fuck it. That's what we're doing. We're gonna set aside time. We're just gonna redo Venice all the way done, and then when I get to the part where I kill one of the villains, I'm gonna start recording, and we're just gonna play through the game from that point onward, and then we'll edit whatever I don't need, and it'll work out beautifully. On that recapture, you're gonna notice like my money's off, like my knives are off. I don't think I have the right equipment. I think I had to re-buy the sword that we end up buying later on. Like, I had to do a few of the things again. I had to recollect the right armor just so that I could have... You're gonna see what I mean. So like I had to redo a bunch of the stuff just so that it could look passable. But yeah, Assassin's Creed 2 was like one of those like things that like keep going wrong, you know what I mean? Like no matter what you do, it's like every playthrough I do, nothing goes right. Something not that nothing goes right. Something goes wrong every playthrough. Sly Cooper 4, ridiculous. Sly Cooper 4, I had every video done, and I normally just like mass upload them. Each video took, no, like I'm not shitting you, 4 to 5 hours to upload. And YouTube only has like a limit of 10 or 15 videos to upload. So it took me like 4 or 5 days to upload every Sly 4 video. Do you understand how fucking obnoxious that was? And that was like the only thing that bugged me. I was like, why is this taking so long? Like fine, if it was like 10, 15, 20 minutes, fine, I wouldn't be upset. But fucking 4 hours? What the fuck? I was so upset. Like Streets of LA, I had just lost interest in. It was a terrible review. I wanted to redo it eventually, and I did it. Assassin's Creed 2, I played through this game multiple fucking times. So many times that I'm even off on how many times I played it. I'm pretty sure. I think I did Streets of LA first, then got depressed, and then didn't want to do it, and then Assassin's Creed 2, and then everything got corrupted. I think that's what happened. So maybe I did play it twice, because I'm pretty sure this is my 5th playthrough of Assassin's Creed 2, and then I did a 6th one, just through Venice. I'm pretty positive those numbers are correct. I think I just have the order wrong. I think I may have played Assassin's Creed 2 twice back to back a second time somewhere. I just can't remember. I think that's right, but I think it makes more sense if I played Assassin's Creed 2 first. It corrupted. I did Streets of LA, got depressed, and then did Assassin's Creed 2 again, got depressed, and Batman got... Yeah, I think that's what happened. Like, I definitely did Assassin's Creed 2, then Batman, then went back to Assassin's Creed 2. I remember that. Definitely remember that. I don't necessarily write down all my failures. I don't necessarily write down all my successes either. I don't write anything down.
He's here! He's bolting! Stop him!
I enjoyed that I was trying not to be seen, and everyone decided to cock block me by seeing me anyway. Oh, I'm surprised I got that guy. Those guys normally catch you and then don't. Like normally if you go for a counter with those guys with the armor, they don't go down the first counter. They normally go down after like the second. So that's crazy. Maybe I got lucky. Normally. So we collected all 11 flags while I was blabbing on about my failures as a YouTuber. And I didn't show you my route. Like, I didn't talk about the route, but you guys saw how I did it. Just looking by the footage. I showed off all the map stuff. I also don't think it's necessary for me to cut out any of the traveling. Like, the maps, like, the areas that we travel aren't really all that far. Like, I didn't really think I needed to. So we're gonna do a race.
I can outrun anyone in this distretto. I hear you the best. Prove it.
How did you hear I'm the best? I haven't done any of these yet. Is it because I beat my brother? Was my brother the best? And he's the only guy well, anyway, these races are checkpoint races. They're really not that bad in this game. I remember the ones in Brotherhood were really frustrating, but these ones, they're not so bad. So we're going to be running through these checkpoints essentially, but the thing is about the parkour aspect of Assassin's Creed is that Ezio enjoys jumping off buildings. He just does it for fun. Like, I wish I was kidding, but he really does just kind of do it for fun. So my best advice is actually don't hold down the run and free sprint button. I would actually advise letting go of the sprint button every once in a while. Like the sprint free run button every once in a while, just to kind of like not have Ezio lose control. Because like again, he will just like launch himself like randomly. So as long as you kind of like pace yourself, you'll be fine. Like if I was playing this game before, like I would kind of just keep holding on to the sprint and free run button. So like at that end, he's supposed to eagle dive into like that flower bed, but before I did that, if you just hold on, he just kind of like launches himself off the building. He doesn't actually necessarily do the eagle dive all the time, so you can get hurt that way. So now we're gonna do the beat up mission. I guess we did do the side missions. I can't remember if I did them in this video. And we're gonna unlock the fear. We're gonna talk about the fear. So fear happens if you take out particularly the strong enemies in a fast method, or if you do something complicated. Like if you counter like 2 or 3 enemies in a row, or like if one happens to be like a brute or something. A lot of the weaker enemies, a lot of like the privates, the lieutenants or whatever, like the weaker enemies, variants of those enemies, they will be afraid because, I mean, think about it, you just took out like their captain without even, like you took out a dude and then killed their captain immediately, like they're not going to want to kill. So fear just kind of kicks in whenever you do something along those lines. Super duper useful. There's supposed to be guards here. I don't know where they're at, but hey, I'm not going to complain. I will definitely steal these treasure chests. This money is my money. We're gonna be wanting to get around 40, I want to say, 1,000 Florences. I want to say it's 40. It could be 50. Florences. For Florence. So we're not gonna be buying any of the armor or paintings.
That husband of mine is cheating. I know it. As do all the neighbors. Please teach him a lesson for me.
Don't mind if I do. I enjoy punching people. It makes me feel good.
Don't be shy.
Da 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 da. I knew that I would. Yeah, see, so you can hide in the benches. They're like another hiding spot you can find throughout the game. Really convenient. I like the benches quite a bit. I think they're a pretty good addition to the series. I don't think you're able to hide in benches in the first game, but I could be wrong on that one. I know you can hide in benches to eavesdrop, but I don't think hiding in benches. Maybe you could. I don't remember. I really don't remember. It's been a minute since I played Assassin's Creed. The last time I played it was for the playthrough, so it's been a minute since I played that one. But these beat up missions, what we're gonna do is we're gonna find in the yellow circle is our target somewhere, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop in our eagle vision, and we should be able to spot a golden target or yellow target. And that guy is typically the person we're either going to beat up or murder on the spot. So we're just going to get hurt. We're going to call him a Ludico Porco. And we're just going to beat the crap out of him like a mob boss does. Just stomp on his nuts a little bit. Maybe kick him in the nuts a little. Kick him up. We're just making sure he can't have children. And we can pick people up again. And just beat the shit out of him.
Donato! She wins! I give up! That bitch! I mean, wonderful wife of mine! I'll go home!
Bro, I was gonna say, you just called her a bitch after I kicked your ass? Homie. Home skillet. Macho Man Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah! Oh, that's great. So now we're gonna be doing the courier missions, but we're gonna be just picking up a treasure chest that I missed along the way. We're just gonna meet you there. Because I'm not gonna show off fully running back through a city all the time, but I will, like, sometimes if I'm gonna be heading back to a particular point, I'll just show off and then cut away to it. Sometimes I do just show off the whole sprint. It's not too bad. This one wasn't so bad. I probably could have showed off, but I think this video was already going like 45 minutes long, and I didn't want to like extend it by like another 2 minutes or whatever it was that I cut out. I don't think anything particular happened. I am trying to remember which videos I edited so that I can, well, I cut things out in so that I can put in the bloopers video. I want to make a bloopers video like I did for Mafia 2. Not that I had particularly really funny moments, but I figured maybe showing off like all the times the one guard stared at me in a mission where like you're not supposed to be seen. I thought that was really funny. I cut them all out for the playthrough, but in the bloopers I think it'd be really funny just having like the I got you bitch guy.
Get this to its destination fast. Really fast. I'll pay you well.
The I got you bitch guy fucking staring at you like 6 or 7 times to really prove my point. Oh, the Raphael mails are really funny. My beloved, how can I live without you? I cannot work. I simply idle away, imagining your face. The fact that your husband has locked you away behind cold walls sickens me. You are a budding older woman. You should have the privilege to feel my sweet kisses, like a gentle wind caressing your soft petals. Ew. Yet finally it is Friday, when he goes off to sea. Oh, happy day and still happier night. Come when the sky rains with sparkling stars. Come find me and jump into my arms. At midnight I will be awaiting at our special spot. Yours forever, Raphael. And then Raphael has another one, which is literally the same fucking message. But it's, you are a budding young woman. And I think it was the fact that your father has locked you away behind cold walls sickens me. You know what? I was supposed to look these up and see if these were like real letters found, or if these were just shits that the people wrote were really funny. Like, is this Raphael like the artist? Like, is that what this is supposed to be? Because that's mad fucking funny. So for courier missions, you have a time limit typically, and your goal is to just deliver the mail. You are, of course, the American badass, the postal man. So here is the older woman, I want to say. They all kind of looked alike.
Oh, grazie.
And yeah, that's all she says. And then we're gonna go to the younger woman. Now the younger woman's actually protected by 2 guards. So this might be a mission where it's a little easier a little later on in the level. But I decided, fuck it, you know what? Whatever. Do it now. Do it now or do it loud. Make some killjoys. Make some noise. Na, 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 na. I'm gonna stop before I get copyrighted for singing a song that's not even in the game. Bullshit. Or not even in the video. Bullshit. So yeah, there's one guard right there. Now what you could do to take care of guards really quickly, oh, I got spotted. Yes, that's right. That's what happened. I was like, how the fuck did I end up getting into a fist fight with a bunch of guards? I don't remember. But what you could do is, there's a guard that's not surrounded by railings, and you can chuck him off the ledge without the other guards seeing you, and you can just talk to her before they all fight. But she's also not gonna like recoil in fear after you courageously defeated her family. I'm assuming is the one protecting her. It's the only thing I can think of. And she's lucky that I'm not killing these people, because I'm very nice. I'm a nice guy, okay? I'm totally a nice person. Because I could have killed them, but I decided to do this before I got knives, before my addiction to sharp things popped in. Okay? I'm a nice guy, alright? I'm a good... That's gonna get clipped. Someday in the future. So yeah, that actually, I think we did everything. Yeah, we did the missions, we collected all the feathers, we did all the viewpoints. That's a pretty good day. Next time, we're going to be helping our father, Giovanni. He has more jobs for us to do. We are helping our father, a banker, to do his banking job. But before we do so, let's pick up the final treasure chest in this first part of Florence. I believe it's the San Marco. I could be wrong. I gotta double check. I wasn't paying attention during the last video. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Deuces.